Hi Pisces, welcome to Moonbeam's Messages. This is a collective reading for finance for you. Now, if you don't find anything within this reading for yourself, then please check out your other placements. You're likely to find something in there. Now, if you do like your reading today, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And if you want to hear more from me, then don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you press that notification bell, it will let you know when I do post new content. Now, there are also playlists as well, so feel free to check those out on my page. There's one for each Zodiac, so that'll make it easier for you to find your other placements. Okay, let's get into your reading. Spirit, can we get some cards, please, for Cancer? I don't want that many. Okay. So the overall energy we have for you, we've got the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So the Ten of Cups is telling me that you do tend to spend your money on other people quite a lot. You like to include them in all of your decision making, any spending habits. You've got a lovely habit of, just spending time and money, potentially a lot of your energy on other people as well. So very much indulging others. Now, in your current challenge, we have a Two of Swords. This is saying that you need to think over investments before you jump into them. So potentially you may have come across a bit of an investment recently that you've had to do some serious thinking about. It is suggesting that some of you may have jumped into it a little bit rashly without really thinking about it too much. Others of you may have done a lot of thinking about it and may still have that decision to make. So could be one or the other way for most of you. But yeah, very much telling me that there is a need to think over investments. Let's get clarification on that Two of Swords. Can we get some clarification, please, Spirit? Thank you. Okay, so we have a Temperance that's come out to the side. Now that Temperance is telling me that other people, with you spending money on other people a lot, they are very much influencing how you invest things as well. So part of this may be that you are either buying something for someone else or you're thinking about it. This is very much suggesting that other people are very much influencing what you are spending on. Now, it is suggesting to me that you need to, so if it was in the upright, it would be telling me that you need to look at the goals and needs of others and work towards those. If it was in the reverse, it would be telling you to ignore the goals and needs of others and work out what it is you want. So this is a bit of a challenge. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. So you potentially need to work out whether or not the goals and needs of others align with your own, and potentially their goals and needs could be quite challenging to you depending on what it is that they want. It could be something where, let's face it, you might have somebody in your influence that is dreaming about having some big posh sports car that's going to cost £1 million. Do you have that money? If it's something where they're expecting you to get it, are their goals and dreams for you to pay for them for everything for the rest of their life? Does that align with what you want, with what your higher needs are? We do have an Eight of Pentacles as well that's coming out to the side, which is suggesting to me that you may not even be being recognized for the efforts that you're putting in. So if you are if you are buying for somebody quite a lot, it's potentially they're not even reciprocating it or acknowledging it, and it could very well be that you've got a decision on whether or not you want to invest in something big, and you're wondering, are they going to even acknowledge it? Because maybe they've not acknowledged things in the past from you. And it feels like it's an energy of somebody potentially taking advantage of you. We do have the Two of Wands as well, which is very much telling me that you need to stop and take a look at what the end game is. What is it you want to achieve? What is the outcome going to be from this? Is it something where you've got somebody in your energy that is just using you, and then if you don't have the money, are they going to drop you like a sack of potatoes? Is it something where you feel like it's a good investment? Maybe they're worth investing in. Obviously, if it's your children, they're, a lot of the time, if it's things like their education, it's worth investing into if they're going to follow it through. If it's something where you've got, I suppose education for children, it's always worth it because it gives them the life experience as well. But if it's something where you've got someone in your energy that just wants you to take them on a really expensive holiday, and then maybe you've been in like a rocky relationship and they're expecting you to take them on holiday somewhere nice, but you're going through a load of issues. Why would you book a holiday? For them to... Why would you not wait till your relationship improves? Because taking them on holiday ain't going to do anything other than give them what they want, and it's not going to solve your relationship issues. It might just give you a happy week, if you even have a happy week, So what's the end game? What is it that you're going to be getting out of this? Obviously, if it's things like your children and their education, what you get out of it is a sense of being a good parent. If it's something where it's, buying somebody something that is not going to be appreciated, then what does it serve? What purpose does it serve? It's not serving anything. Now, your challenge, we have the Devil card. Now, this is telling me that you are spreading yourself too thin. You may be investing into multiple things all at once, and you just spreading yourself too much. Now, this could be literally you may be working multiple jobs. Maybe you have got investments in lots of different areas. This is suggesting that you channel your energy into one thing. It could very well be that you're trying to save money for something for yourself, but at the same time you're trying to appease others and spending your money out on them. But this is saying, it's time to be a little bit more greedy. So the challenge is that you need to channel all of your energy into one particular area. Very much. Whatever it is, whether it's dropping it down to one job, whether it's putting things into one investment. Now, obviously, that is up to yourself whether you choose to do that. But, if it's something where you've got multiple, if you've got loads and loads of investments in different areas, it might be worth looking at reducing some down. Again, that's completely your choice. But it's definitely suggesting to me that you are spreading yourself too thin. You may be working yourself too much as well. Potentially in danger of burnout. So that's something that you may want to be very mindful of if you are overworking. Can we get 2 more cards to clarify the Devil, please, Spirit? Okay, so we have Judgment as the first card out to clarify that Devil. Now, Judgment is very much suggesting to me that you need to make sure that you're not spending more than what you're earning. So obviously that could be a big challenge, especially if you've got somebody in your energy that is constantly wanting you to spend on them. We have the Fool. Now, the Fool's telling me that you need to make sure you're not irrationally spending. And that you're not emotionally spending as well. So if you're feeling guilty about upsetting somebody, do not go out there and buy them a gift. A simple sorry should suffice. As long as it comes from the heart and it's a genuine, heartfelt sorry, then, that would be better than any gift could buy. But it's very much trying not to be influenced by your emotions, irrational saving or spending. Very much fueled by your emotions. And we have the Star card as well. So lots and lots of major arcana here for a challenge. So this is definitely a challenge that is going to potentially come in for you. Now this is very much suggesting that you need to look at the people around you that have already got the success that you want. So looking at the most successful people that you know and working out or asking them how they got their success, and basically it's like copying it or emulating their success. How did they get it? Working it out, making sure that you are following along. And this could be a challenge because maybe you're a bit of an introvert. Maybe you're somebody that doesn't really speak up for yourself, especially if you're constantly buying for other people. This could very well be something that could be extremely challenging for you, reaching out to other people to find out what it is that they are, how did they get where they got, how did they get to where they need to be, and how can you do what they did to get that success. Now, in what help is around you at the moment, or what help's available, we've got a 9 of Swords in the reverse. This is telling me that you could incur some losses, but you don't dwell on them, okay? Very much don't worry about it. It could be that if you do incur some losses, you may have already incurred a loss. It's saying that it's already happened. You're not going to get that back, but don't dwell on it, Move forward, move on from it. Let's get some clarification on that 9 of Swords. Okay, so the 9 of Swords is clarified by the 9 of Swords. So very much making sure you're not dwelling on losses and that you're doing whatever you can to move forward from it, okay? It's going to happen, or it might happen. From the look of it with double cards, it's a good potential that it may happen to some of you. Especially, like I say, it may have already happened because of the energy that you've got with this other people influencing you. It could very well be the loss that you may incur, maybe a loss that you've spent out on a particular person. Just looking at that bottom card underneath the 10 of Cups, you've got the 10 of Swords as well, saying about how it's about being obsessed over money, and that your money doesn't buy you happiness. But yeah, very much suggesting to me that you may have incurred some financial loss, but don't dwell on it. You need to learn from it and move forward from it. You have a 5 of Pentacles, which is suggesting to me that you've got something that you can learn from your parents about this as well. So potentially maybe one of them or both of them have done the same thing, or they've done something very similar. And it's suggesting that there is a lesson to be learned from financial issues that your parents may have had, or even your grandparents. Now, it could be something as simple as them teaching you how to get out of debt. It could be something like them teaching you how to budget. It could be something like them teaching you how to spot a bad egg, But it does suggest to me that your parents may have been through this sort of financial loss already. So there may be some lessons that you can learn from them with regards to that. We have a 2 of Pentacles in the reverse. Now that 2 of Pentacles is telling me that you need to make sure that you are watching your money. And your financial loss that you may have incurred, it could be a big debt. And part of this learning from your parents, maybe you reaching out and asking them for help as well. It is suggesting to me that you do try and get on top of your debts and that you don't incur any more debts. You try and keep away from any debts that are difficult to pay, and literally, making sure that you can afford what you've got. And if you can't, then it's something where you need to look at how you can potentially look at improve that. we have an Ace of Wands in the reverse, which is telling me that you also need to make sure that you're working hard and that you are making money work for you. It may be very hard to do because you may not have money to work for you, but it is suggesting that you know, hard work will eventually pay off. It just might be a little bit slower than you'd be hoping. Now, if you manage to get through this challenge and take some and you follow the advice, we have an Eight of Wands in the reverse and a High Priestess as the outcome. So that Eight of Wands is telling me that you might be banking on money coming in, but it's going to take a little bit of a while to come through. So here, where you're working hard, you know, working hard isn't going to make your problems go away instantaneously. To me, it looks very much like it's something that's going to happen in the long term. This is very much the Eight of Wands in the reverse. It's very much that, you know, money is going to come your way, but it's going slow. So this could be an inheritance, it could be an insurance payout, it could be a pay rise, it could be a promotion, anything that includes an increase in your finances that will help you get out of your debts. It is going to move slow, but it is coming your way. It's something where you just need to continue working hard for it and it will come in. But you can't let up on that hard work. We do have the High Priestess, who's telling me that you also need to make sure that you're spending wisely. And if you do give money out or give your time or your energy out, make sure that you are giving to charity as well. So not necessarily to people that are expecting you to give to them, but charitable things or to people in a charitable way. So don't expect things to come back. Very much give it in a charitable fashion. But to me, this is telling me more that spending wisely is part of what's going to make your finances improve as well. So not only will you be looking at getting some sort of increase in money at some point, but if you continue to spend wisely, you know, that will help in the meantime while you're waiting for that income to improve. Let's get clarification on that. So we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. This is telling me that you need to make sure that you're not spending out on others in this outcome. You're not necessarily going to be treating so many people to your money. Potentially whoever it is that you've been spending out a lot on, you're not going to be doing it as much in your outcome. We have a Six of Swords. This is telling me that you also need to make sure that you are exploring types of investments. You need to learn from what you've got, what you've already what's happened. So any loss that you've already incurred, yes, don't dwell on it. Make sure that you learn from it so you don't repeat the same thing, and that will put you in good stead. And it will also help you to examine things that are coming up in the future, you know, so you can actually understand what is in front of you. So it could be that maybe you've lost some money out on a job, for instance. Maybe you went towards a job that you thought would be a better pay, but it didn't materialize that way, and that could be very much why you feel like you've lost out on something. So part of that could be very much learning from your mistakes, where that comes in, and moving forward from it, making sure that you're exploring things fully, not necessarily jumping straight into things. I mean, I know me personally, I've been getting loads of scams at the minute as well, telling me about different jobs, saying, oh, apparently it's lots of different employment agencies sending me messages. Now, I've not got my telephone number on anything at the minute because I'm not even looking for a new job, but I seem to be getting employment agencies, apparently from different countries, telling me that there is a local company that wants to recruit me for £200 to £300 an hour. And I'm sitting there thinking, I wish that was the case. But you know, when it's they're like, send us your bank details. No. You know, big scams. So be careful of scams like that, because they're all over the place. I tell you, I've had loads of them recently. I've had so many as well telling me that my car is being done for some parking fine. I don't even drive. I don't own a car, you know. But there's loads of different scams going on. It's ridiculous. So be careful, because financial loss could even be from a scam. Maybe somebody tries to convince you into buying something and it turns out to be a complete scam. You know, so just be very mindful and learn from things, and make sure that you are exploring everything fully. Don't just look at something and take it at face value. Make sure that you're looking up things properly to make sure that you're not being scammed and that you're getting what it is that you're paying for. And we do have the 9 of Cups as well. Now, this is telling me that you need to make, you know, your hard work is going to pay off. So you can take that sigh of relief. You can have that bit of a relax. It is going to pay off. Like I say, it's just going to take some time to get there. With that 8 of Wands being in the reverse, it's just slow movement. But it is going to pay off. That hard work, maintaining your finances, examining everything. You know, it is something where it is going to pay off in the long term for you. So that's really good. So any financial loss that you may be incurring, you know, you're going to be learning from it. You're going to have the payoffs that you need. It's something that is going to be a big learning curve for you. Hopefully it's only a small learning curve. Fingers crossed for you that it's only a small one. But it's definitely something that you need to learn from so that you don't repeat it. Right, let's get you an Angels of Abundance Oracle card, and then we'll get you a Whispers of the Ocean Oracle card as well. Oh, you get 2 Angels of Abundance. So you've got Clearing Debts and Organise for Success. My apologies there. My camera just decided to shut itself up. I'm not quite sure what happened. So, Clearing Debts and Organising for Success is your Angels of Abundance card. So, clearing debts then, your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoiding future ones as well. So, very much making sure that you're avoiding big debts, making sure that you are clearing it off. Like I say, it's going to take some time. You did have those cards suggesting that, you know, things need to be cleared, and potentially asking your parents for help as well. But very much looking as though it is something that, you know, is coming in your way, that it is something that you need to look at doing. And then we've got Organise for Success. Do not let the word organise intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose, organising your thoughts, your reports, your living and your workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. So making sure that you're being organised so that you can clear those debts and progress fully. Right, let's get you a Whispers of the Ocean as well. Okay, so we've got Look Beyond the Surface. I'm pretty sure that's a humpback whale. Oh no, it's a blue whale. I'm lying. Could be, I don't know. Avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. So very much don't get distracted by things that are shiny or people that are shiny. Look for depth and substance, not people that are shallow or things that are shallow. Right, I hope you enjoyed your reading today, Cancer. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It will help pass the message on to anyone else that needs to hear it. And don't forget, if you want to hear more, you will be able to find the playlists on my page. Feel free to check those out at any point. Thank you very much for joining me, and good luck.